How's it going, you beautiful bitches and dogs? I am the Rad Dog, and I don't even need to introduce BO4 to you. It's taking the internet by storm for the right and wrong reasons, like every Call of Duty has of late, for examples being World War II and Infinite Warfare. But this time around, it's especially aggravating, mostly because it feels like this time around it isn't deserved. What I mean is that some of the criticisms that the game is facing right now is completely irrational and mind-bogglingly stupid. And I'm going to try and look at, most of the criticisms for everything and just say, is this reasonable? Is this stupid? Spoiler alert, most of this is going to be stupid, okay? So, without further ado, we should probably start with the least negative thing that has been a part of this game as of late, and that would be zombies. It's been rather unscathed, except for a lot of criticism coming to X9 or 9. Now, X9 is a Nazi operation that has gone absolutely wrong, in Group 935 survivors, which we will be playing as, need to solve this problem and fight Oh, wait, no. It's in Rome. Ah, my bad, yeah. Oopsie poopsie, but I think a lot of the criticism or, worries of this map come from the fact that there's no guns and it looks to be melee combat only, but Jason Blundell, the lead writer of Zombies, has said that, it will not just be melee only, you'll be able to play with weapons and stuff. And by weapons and stuff, I mean fucking guns, Christ. Sometimes I get off track. But, as stated before, the rest of the mode is pretty okay. Zombies has the least, problems in it by most of the community standards right now. And, normally, everybody's oh, Zombies is just a normal, side mode. There's nothing to it. And now, the more we go on, the 3 maps at the beginning are just more and more proof that, it's actually much more than just your average side mode. Some people actually still see it as that, but when you have a game that's only 3 modes, they're all, cooperative play instead of single player, having a narrative-driven experience to be your story is much better when you can play with your friends. So, we should probably, speaking of, story elements and developments on that, we should probably talk about, single player, and the fact that there is none. That's amazing. No, it's not, actually. It's terrible. So, no single player, no problem. If you're desperate for a campaign and have no friends because you are a fucking idiot, then you can turn AI on in Zombies. Yes, amazing, I know. But, for real, the no single player is an absolute letdown. I would think so. And I would like to think that most people would agree with this too, because, it's a big meme, oh, nobody plays Call of Duty for the campaign, but everybody knows with Treyarch that they're the best when it comes to making campaigns and good games in the Call of Duty franchise at this point, and saying that no, we would never play their campaign and is kind of just a little stupid, but I can also see why, it's a good thing. I just personally don't like it because I've completely just despised Fortnite. As of late, I probably haven't touched it in a week. I let alone played for an extensive amount of time. That'd probably be more 2 weeks. But, actually, speaking of Battle Royale and letdowns, well, we hardly know anything about Blackout. Blackout's gonna be what they're calling the mode, but if it just feels, like we've got a blackout in regards to the information, ironically enough. And it's just, we don't have any gameplay of it. We have, I don't know if I'd call it a cinematic trailer, because it's not like any of the cinematic trailers that we saw in the event. I'm specifically talking about like the multiplayer trailers and zombies, of course. And it's like, well, it just leaves the impression that it's gonna be an unfinished mess. And apparently, according to some articles online, they've actually, it was early 2017 where they got the idea, like a couple weeks after PUBG came out or something, and they were like, yeah, this is probably gonna be big. I don't know the validity of that, though. They could have just said that to save face, which, you know, Activision would never do something like that, though, you know. So, you know, if you don't like Battle Royale, it's just more justification to hate this game. I get that. I completely understand why you'd hate Battle Royale. I do for the most part. I might try it out if it looks interesting. But, you know, we should probably get to the meat of this hate, which, oh boy, is the most stupid. And that would be multiplayer. It is gonna suck. It is bad. And why is that? Well, if you're new to this song and dance, this is where the male gamers are now screaming the loudest to see if they can find a mate. Spoiler alert, they don't. Alright, so Blackrock Siege Edition is apparently a ripoff of everything, and wow, this argument is pretty damn easy to make. You know, it innovates, it's a ripoff. If it doesn't innovate, it's same old copy-paste game. It's like you can't have it both ways. Like, you're gonna have to eventually cave in and say Call of Duty's one or the other. And guess what? It is not a generic, like, copy. Alright, I'll tell you that. And let me get into why that is, alright? Okay, listen, you mouth breathers. Call of Duty isn't that original to begin with. But, alright. They ripped off, you know, the World Wars, the fucking Cold War. Wait, am I going off of nothing? Wow, it's almost like I'm comparing that those arguments are, like, picking at nothing to the arguments that it's ripping off everything else. How weird I would do that, I know, right? So, you know, the main crutch of the BO4 that equals BO3 argument is that, haha, you know, like, it's just BO3 without boost jumps and jetpacks and advanced movement. And to which I would say, well, is that really a bad thing? Isn't that Black Ops 2? And then you're like, oh no, it has Specialist, which is a ripoff of Overwatch and Rainbow Six Siege. Even though Rainbow Six Siege and Call of Duty came out before Overwatch and had Specialist in the same year, now it copied Rainbow Six Siege. Why? Because somebody put the barbed wire down. This is legitimately a serious criticism. And I know that there's some, like, fine criticism, like Battle Royale, but that's just fucking ridiculous, alright? That's just stupid. I don't think I need to tell anybody why that's stupid, because, like, if you want to go by that argument, literally Call of Duty can have, like, an asset that looks similar to another game. Oh, it's similar to that. Why? Because they're, you know, just copying it. Why? Well, I don't need to justify it. I could just say, oh, Call of Duty has a truck, this game has a truck. It's a fucking copy. Like, what the fuck? You can't do that. It's like, where have I heard this argument before? No, I didn't hear this with Overwatch and TF2. What are you talking about? I didn't hear that at all. Oh my god. So, Specialist, copy Game Man's Battlegrounds, except, you know, like, again, BO3 and Rainbow Six Siege came out in the same year. Doesn't really make that much sense now. You know, they copied Overwatch by having, you know, more HP. That's stupid. Just stop. And they have Specialist that copies over. No, shut up. That's not the case. I mean, I could see why you think that, but at the same time, they had it in Black Ops 3. And, you know, it's like, to even further add insult to injury, if it's copying Overwatch and Rainbow Six Siege, it must be said that Rainbow Six Siege only has 2 modes. And if you want to argue that Terrorist Hunt is even worth the mention of a mode, then go ahead. Please. Like, I'm sure you'll find so much ground to prove me wrong. I'm sure it's a well, thought out, well, made mode that just isn't retarded at all. Oh, I'm a little sick if you couldn't tell. But even then, if you want to make the argument that it's Overwatch and BO4 are kind of like similar in that regard, I'm going to tell you this. When Overwatch first came out, like week 1 and 2, there was only two modes, if I remember correctly. Quick Play and Ranked, and I'm pretty sure Ranked wasn't even available at that time. And there was 3 different game modes for that one mode. And it must be said that, well, dude, like, Black Ops 3 has 3 primary game modes, right? And multiplayer will probably have its separate game modes. And Zombies is going to have, like, an infinite number of game modes because you can change it up and, make it so it's, like, melee only, like, make the zombies stupid fast and have a lot more HP, so, like, very hard. You'll be able to have, like, so much, like, more modes, and it's gonna be awesome, right? But, again, it's an Overwatch copy because it's got more modes, it has specialists that they did before them. I just want to mention that again. Oh my god. So, BO3's, it's just BO3 with boots on the ground, alright? But we should move on, right? It's BO3 with boots on the ground. But isn't that like BO2? Oh no, they got specialists! Oh, but like, specialists were such a problem, right? Like, all that, like, OP stuff that happened with them, like, that one time you got killed by a specialist weapon, and it did what it was supposed to do? I know, mind-blowing, right? It's just, And if it's really BO3, boots on the ground, my bad. I forgot the extensive weapon customization in BO3, the tactical gameplay where you have more decisions to make than in BO2, actual realistic gun mechanics, fun specialists, self-healing, PC support. It's exactly like BL3. How can I not see this, It's just lots of BS in those statements. There's a ton more to go over, but I want to make this vid short and simple and to the point, alright? I appreciate some of the feedback I got from my last video. I'll try and, do it better and have less repetition so, it's like you're getting more original content by the minute than, oh, he's just made a 5-minute video but stretched it out to 15 minutes basically repeating the same points. I wonder what video he is talking about. But I, like to appreciate all my fans, including I'm uploading every other day, and your boy Owen, he watches my videos sometimes, maybe to make fun of me. I'll leave that up for discussion. But anyways, I'd like to thank you guys and have a radical day, my dogs. I'll see you next time where I will more than likely be covering the Overwatch anniversary event, which is coming out very soon, actually.